Hi, guys. Well, when I go to look for flies, I look for impressionistic flies. I don't look for realistic. I mean, they work great on my line, and they do work. But I find that something that moves and in water looks alive, doesn't have to look like something, but looks alive, the fish are going to take it. And I find they work the best. And on this one, we're doing a crab. Now use other crab patterns. The Merkin is a great pattern, but I find that this is a Dorado, and as you can see, it looks like a crab, but it looks like it moves like a crab. And it has so much life in it. You can see it has little tiny claws. I think that's for me. It has eyes. There again, I think that's for me. But it has little rubber legs that move, and it's made out of all natural material, which is really nice. I love using it. So let's get to the vise and tie us up one. This pattern, like I said, is a what we call an impressionistic pattern. It is not a realistic. It looks like it looks like it's alive. And that's what I like about it. It looks like it's alive. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie in some weight, which are going to be dumbbell eyes, and I'm going to put them really close to the hook eye. And I'm going to put a lump, and then another lump. I take some dumbbell eyes. I did black them out. So and I'm tying this on a short shanked wide gap hook. I'm going to come around the bottom. Yeah, that locked down pretty good. Which time? There, that's good. Now I'm going to bring my thread forward. Now this is almost all natural materials, which I really like. All right. So I'm going to take this fuzzy stuff that's on the bottom of these soft hackles. I'm not going to, we're going to take that. So it would normally be waste, but I'm going to use it for the mouth parts of this fly. Little tiny little tuft right there. It's almost like marabou. Yeah, that's good. Now, I'm also going to take some more of this fluff, right? And I'm going to actually dub it onto my thread to build a nice ball to separate the eyes. And it doesn't have to be the neatest, because we're just separating eyes. There we go, like that. Now, I'm going to put my eyes on here, and I want them to be appearing like that because the crab itself is, this fly will be riding hook point up. So I'm going to put it on this side. And I'm going to put it on the far side, try to keep them even. Don't use your good scissors to do this. And tie it down. Now, I'm going to put some claws on it. You know what? That's really for me. And to make my claws, I'm actually going to use it out of the feather. So what I do is I strip all this off. to about here. Strip it off. And then I'm holding it, and I'm going to cut this little tip off. And now I have claws. And these claws, like I said, they're really more for the fisherman, not for the fish. And I'm going to tie him right just a little beyond the hook eye, the eyes of the crab pattern. And I made another one already. And catch that in. That looks pretty good. Now, I am going to put some rubber legs, and that's pretty much the only synthetic I'm going to put on here. And I'm going to put just 2 strands. All right. I'm going to fold it in half around my thread and bring it up, because I want them laying on the bottom. Just like that. Pull my eyes out, separate my eyes a little bit. Now you could make your own eyes if you want, but I use store-bought eyes. Now I'm going to start wrapping my, and I want to start with some really nice, large, soft hackles. And I'm going to strip all this off. So I end up with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that out like this and cut a little triangle like that, and that's my tie-in point. So I'm going to tie it in that, and bring my thread back a little bit. Take my hackle pliers, pull it up, and stroke everything back like that. And I'm going to start wrapping. Trying not to hit the hook point. And tie it off. I'm going to get another nice big one. Clean off all this bottom stuff. I'm never going to use it, and it just gets in the way. Make a little cut. That's my tie-in point, just like right there. And advance my threads back and start wrapping. Again, I stroke everything forward. And I keep wrapping. Tie it off. And stroke everything back. And get another feather, and it just keeps going like this. Like I said, it's a very simple fly to tie. Just takes a little more time, just building it up. Crabs are really, all fish love them, and they're all over the place. And this, I guess you would call it a little green crab, but there's a lot of different ones out there. Now, I use these for stripers up on the flats, in the marshes, but I'm trying to think, maybe blackfish will go for this, fish around the rock piles. And I think we could get another one in there. And I think I'm going to try one more, and just so I can cover these dumbbell eyes. Get my Hackle pliers on these. Pulled out, no big deal. And I'm going to come around to the front. Do a couple wraps right here, right in front. Tie it off. Snip it. And do my whip finish. Pull the eyes out a little bit. And this is that little Dorado. I think they call it the Dorado crab. Um, just this pretty neat little pattern. I would fish this in the surf on the flats. It just looks alive. When you cast it out there, it just moves. These little rubber legs, and I could trim them up a little bit so they're not so long. And this is it. And it would fish just like that. You could see. Let's see. You can see that it has that crabby life pattern. So, until next week, tie lines, everybody.